Welcome back to the UpVote channel. Would you support a mandatory retirement age of 75 for U.S. House, U.S. Senate and U.S. Supreme Court justices, and if not, why? Yes. We have age minimums. We need maximum age limits. These people are making decisions for a future they won't be involved in. If ageism is in place at the low end, it should also be in place at the high end. Especially since I think plenty of 34-year-olds are very much valid as president, which has a hard requirement of 35, and yet we have Chuck Grassley, at age 89 and a total shitbird, cruising along in the Senate without a care. I am 82 years old. Personally, I feel that anyone my age who still gets off on power needs to be kept away from normal people. But to the point of this post, the world has been run by old people since the beginning of our species, and just look at the place. Yes, if you were intelligent to begin with, your wisdom and common sense will increase with age, but so will your cynicism. If you are a young jackass, you will become an old jackass, and a hidebound prejudiced old jackass at that. Give them a nice pension at 70, with the condition that if they mess with politics or government again, they lose the pension. Yes, we need people who are in good mental shape to lead the country, and at around that age cognitive decline becomes more noticeable in many people. 70. And as for president, no one can run over 65. Get with the program, folks, just retire. I personally believe 65 should be the age we see everyone retire at. This should also be the age limit for the government officials in office to help set that precedent. Age requirement of 65, 2-term limit, Congresspeople serve 4-year instead of 2-year terms, and no campaigning more than 60 days before the election. And candidates can only use funds provided by public funds, tiered for each stage of the election process, with strict reporting requirements on where/how that money is spent. That's what's happening in France. We have a former president on trial for illegal funds. I feel like if we were to attach an age to it, it should be the age of retirement, but I feel like it would be more important to have term limits. Limits would fix almost all the same issues and address more, without arbitrarily deciding someone is too old to serve the state. No, the problem isn't age, it's our election system. Politicians get old in office because it's so fucking hard to vote them out. End legal bribery, end FPTP, and we'll see a much healthier turnover in our political processes. Terms limits for all of them, including the Supreme Court, would be fairer. Let voters decide if they should serve rather than age restrictions. There are tangible benefits to not having term limits to Supreme Court justices. The problem, in my opinion, is the ease by which justice appointments can be gamified by politicians with malicious intent. If we solve the gamification of the Supreme Court, I don't think we need term limits there. Term limits may serve to render the Supreme Court a politically tied entity, which it ostensibly should not be. Tell us in the comments what surprised you. Have you had similar situations? Don't forget to subscribe and watch our other videos.